Sector Wars, play Astro Blaster.
If you destroy my baby,
Intruder alert. The intruder must not escape.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight.
you will be a torpedo.
Prepare to qualify.
Oh, warrior needs food badly.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix. This is also known as Pocket Fighter, and this was created by Capcom in 1997 on their CPS2 arcade system, and this game was suggested by YouTube user Nat The Old Schooler 99, and it is part of the Street Fighter series, and it has various characters from the Street Fighter series and the Darkstalkers series and a game called Warzard, and they fight in a chibi style. They are very small versions of their regular game characters, and in this game you can pick up gems to make your attacks stronger. And there will be small gems, and there will be large gems. And there's Felicia from Darkstalkers. She's in this game. And as I said, this game is also known as Pocket Fighter. I am not a huge fan of this game. Some things about it are definitely cool. You have your life bar. You also have a special move bar, and that special move bar can be a maximum of 9 levels. You can fill it up like 9 times. You have a joystick, an 8-way joystick, and then you have 4 buttons. There is a kick button, a punch button, there is a special attack button, and then there is a taunt button. And I don't think the taunt button was available in MAME. The graphics on this game are very, very, very good. I mean, Capcom in the 90s was really always coming up with great graphics for their games. And as you can see, there's Ryu and Ken from the Street Fighter games. They are in this. You can use a special attack and finish it with the special button instead of kick or punch. And it could be really, really, really strong. But you have to have a full level on this new meter. Actually, there's 3 meters at the bottom left of the screen, and that's your gem meters. And those can be filled up, I think, to a maximum of 3 levels. But yeah, the characters are Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Sakura from the Street Fighter games, Morrigan, Hsien-Ko, Felicia from the Darkstalkers series, Tessa from Warzard, also known as Red Earth, and Zangief and Ibuki from the Street Fighter series. I'm going to choose Ryu. And we'll look at a little bit of the story of his involvement in this game. I have never played Warzard or Red Earth, but Tessa is from that game, and she's a witch or a magician, and we will play her at the end of this game. Actually, I didn't quite make it to her without cheats. I played a game and I only got to the 4th fighter. there are two special characters you can play as Akuma or Dan, and I'll show you how to do that later. But we'll face Hsien-Ko to start with from Darkstalkers. She's like a ghost or a zombie. She has various blades. Yeah, Ryu has his hurricane kick. That was just using the special attack button. Ryu will swing a stop sign of some sort. It's very silly. And sometimes there will be a treasure chest in the middle of the screen. And if you break it open, you will get a large gem. And again, you keep collecting gems, and at the bottom left you see these colored meters. And here is Ryu using a special attack, and he used his hurricane kick to cause a lot more damage. And there's his Hadouken. Later on, the opponent will block that Hadouken just about every frickin' time. But I used the Super Hadouken that time. Every character except for Ryu can do some crazy attacks that give them different forms. They'll wear different clothes or outfits. I don't know why Ryu can't do that. It's kind of stupid. But your regular attacks become stronger with your with your gems powered up to a higher level. She turns into a panda on a ball. But yeah, with the powered up Hadouken, it can go through their projectiles, and there's his weak Hadouken, regular Hadouken. But yeah, with the special button, if you just use it by itself, you have a certain fairly strong attack. And there's his super powerful Hadouken. Even a super powerful Hadouken, if an enemy blocks it, it doesn't do any damage to them. It's kind of stupid. But there I beat Hsien-Ko. You can string together 4 punch kick combos, or just all punch or maybe all kick combos, and then press attack again, and there will be a flash combo. Doing a combo plus finishing it with the special button can do a unique special combo. And there is also a red orb that can sometimes come into play. And this is Felicia from Darkstalkers, the cat. They often seem to jump over my Hadouken when they're very nimble. And notice that she can turn into Mega Man, another Capcom game. Very funny. There can also be deaths. And there was one of my special attacks, my Shoryuken, that finished her off. That was my special Shoryuken that was finished with the special attack button. Yeah, once you fill up gem meter, notice that there is like a fireball, an upper, and a hurricane kick for those 3 meters. Once you fill one up, then that special attack will be stronger. But again, if you finish it off with the special attack button, then it'll be super strong if it connects. When you defeat an enemy, they can turn into, or they can die with a certain special pose that is reflected from a different game. And there she turned into a skeleton, and that is from Ghosts and Goblins. the enemy can also explode, which is patterned after Mega Man. There's various deaths. Sometimes they just flash while laying in place, which is from Final Fight. And here's my old buddy Ken. In this game, he cheats on, he kind of cheats on his wife Eliza. He hangs out with Morrigan from Darkstalkers and goes shopping with her. We'll see little scenes from the endings for each character a little bit later. Yeah, obviously, if you collect the large gems, then they fill up your meters more quickly. And you can get the large gem from the treasure chest. Ah, take that, Ken. Perfect. Excellent. And there he disappeared like in Final Fight. But yeah, there is a red ball that if you collect it, you can cause some sort of elemental damage to your opponent. You might freeze them, you might make them catch fire, or you might hit them with electricity. Kind of interesting. You have to know, you have to really know all the attacks for each character. You have to know, you really should know some combinations. And there's a special attack that Ryu also has. But yeah, if you're expecting to hit your opponent a lot with your Hadouken, prepare to be disappointed, because they block it a lot or dodge it, and their kid turned into a skeleton. There will be certain cameos appearing in the background of a lot of stages from characters from other games. You'll sometimes see like Bison, who's unfortunately not in this game. And here's Zangief. You might see characters from other games. But yeah, if you see that treasure chest, see if you can't damage the treasure chest and pick up a large gem before your opponent does. And again, notice as you strike the opponent or as they strike you, gems will come out from the hit fighter, and they can be collected to fill up the meter. And there again, that was just using the regular special attack, and Zangief did that to me. And yeah, he hits you with a chair, and Ryu hits you with a stop sign. Oh, I just barely beat him. I've never seen this in arcades. Ryu can do a hurricane kick in midair. Oh, I did it too early. That Hadouken. Ah, crap. Yeah, they'll knock a lot of gems out of you if they hit you with a big old combo or multi-hitting special attack. Sometimes when you nail an opponent, you can knock them way back. Ah, crap. You can knock them way back and make them bounce off the wall, and they can slam their body into you as they bounce back and hurt you. I've never seen this in arcades. I guess it was known in America as Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, and in Japan as Pocket Fighter. Never seen it before. Cutesy chibi characters, or deformed, or big head, or whatever characters were starting to become in vogue at this time. Probably started in NBA Jam with those goofy characters that you could unlock. Crap! And there, I blew up like Mega Man. Well, Zangief beat me, but we will see. We will see me play against the other characters after I stop continuing. See, it says start the costume combo with a standing punch, then tap punch or kick. But I will put on cheats after this. I think I gave myself like maximum special bar or power bar and maximum gem bars. And you saw that there were 3 different colors of the gems. There was red, yellow, and blue. And the red filled up my Hadoken meter. The yellow filled up my Dragon Uppercut meter. And blue filled up my Hurricane Kick meter. But we will play against the next character, Ibuki. And she's this ninja with really long hair from her forehead and ponytail. She has some interesting... See, each character except for Ryu has special moves where they can be... they can have different costumes. Or they might even be animals, or they might cameo as a character from another game. And we saw Bison move by in the background. Ibuki can become like a geisha dancer or something. She can be a penguin. Numerous characters, and now we're gonna face Chun-Li. And I think she can turn into Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. And there she is. Yeah, the characters just become really good at blocking your Hadoken later on in the game. And even in mid-air, when they're jumping, they can block it as they come down, which really sucks. And later on in the game, perhaps, you might be able to release life restoring items. And here's Sakura. I'm only going to show you clips of what all the various characters can do. And there was that special button by itself again. Is that Mega Man up there? Might be. Various characters in the background. I'm sorry, I can't tell who all they are sometimes. And now we face Tessa, who again is from the game Warzard or Red Earth. And Ryu wants to find out who the strongest fighters are from her. And so he faces her as the last opponent. And she's like a witch or a magician. Never played Warzard or Red Earth. Never heard of it until MAME came along. So we'll look at some of Tessa's special attacks. She's got some interesting costumes. She's a friggin' dragon. Doing just a simple jump kick can be useful against a number of opponents. No, she kept me from using the hurricane kick super attack. And she turned into a skeleton from Ghosts and Goblins. But I'm just gonna show you little snippets from the other characters. And now I'll show you the ending for Ryu. And here she has Ryu face some kind of dinosaur or something named Hauser. Weird. Yeah, I kind of gave up on the Street Fighter games. Maybe after the second game, I was just kind of done with them. They were just popping out of the woodwork. I couldn't get into filling all these meters and doing all these special attacks. And I just kind of got disenchanted with the whole versus beat 'em up games. I like that Felicia's a dancer there, or a entertainer or whatever there. Yeah, there's some kind of cool endings. Maybe my favorite is with Dan. And Dan is a goofy character. He's kind of a joke character in all the games that he's in. And to play as Akuma, you simply highlight Ryu and press left. Or you just move the cursor to the left of Ryu, and you can play as Akuma, also known as Goki. And to play as Dan, you simply move the cursor to the right of Ken, and you can play as Dan. And we'll see the endings for both those guys. Or just, you know, a couple key snaps at least. We'll see key snaps of every character's ending. Yeah, Morrigan certainly has a lot of different costumes. She can be like a nurse and a number of other characters. Okay, this is kind of a goofy little Omaki, I guess, for each character, doing silly things. Alternate ending. What? Some of these, I'm just not sure what the hell's going on. But that is Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, known in the US by that title, and Pocket Fighter in Japan. Dan is singing karaoke and the girls are just like, ugh. Well, I hope you're staying warm. I don't know if you've been getting snow. I only had one day of snow around here. The rest of the time it's been cold, and this week it's rainy. Put in my initials again. And we're going to look at Akuma and Dan in a little bit. You have to put in 2 coins to start this game. Okay, now we're going to look at Akuma. And you just press left from Ryu there. And you can select from 3 different speeds: slow, medium, or fast. We'll look at a little bit of gameplay from Akuma and then a little bit of gameplay from Dan, and show off their special moves. But again, if you press the special attack by itself, then you'll just do one slightly more damaging attack than just like a normal punch or kick. And if you press the special button after one of your regular special attacks, it can make it super, super strong, provided you have enough power, I guess, in your power meter. Yeah, that shadow attack can be super damaging, and we'll look at it take effect in a moment. Sometimes a special attack can be so damaging that you'll see a special screen, a special scenario play out, and we'll look at that a little bit later. Now let's look at Dan. You can choose a different color by pressing, I think, maybe either special, punch, or kick. You can have a different colored costume. And now Dan is going to try to teach his fighting style to Sakura. And for Dan's ending, you see it with Sakura, and she makes fun of him. He is quite a doofus in the Street Fighter series. He's kind of a spoof of Ryo from the Art of Fighting series, which was created by Hsien-Ko. And we're going to look at some of Dan's moves. Yeah, Dan's attacks are super weak. He's just a joke character. One of Dan's attacks has like a Tengu character, which is also from Art of Fighting, which was Mr. Karate, or Takuma Sakazaki, I think his name was. And his Hadouken is hilariously small. There he unleashed some food items. But that was a look at Dan. And we're going to have a quick look at some snaps of the endings for each character. And here's Akuma's ending, or some parts of it. He takes on Hsien-Ko, and she shows him to the underworld where he can, or to a graveyard where he can fight zombies. And here's Ken's ending. He goes shopping with Morrigan, and his wife Eliza catches him and beats him up. and they fight to Morrigan's amusement. And here is Dan's ending. He trains her, and she quits and writes him a letter on how stupid his style is. That is my favorite ending. Yeah, he's a joke for every game he's in. And this is Chun-Li's ending. She thinks that Felicia is an escaped animal from a zoo, so she sends her back to the zoo and finds out that she was actually a star of a musical. Oops. And here's Sakura's ending. She trains with Ryu or something at the end. She trains in a swimsuit. Weird. And here's Morrigan's ending. And is that Lilith? Might be. But we're just gonna see some snippets of each ending. And this is I think Hsien-Ko's ending. She stars in a Russian circus or something. And there's Felicia's ending. She gets to meet Fei Long from the Street Fighter series. And she's in a really cheesy action movie or something. And this is Tessa's ending. She gets this magical stick, hits herself with it, and turns into, is that an angry bird? And Anakaris is from Darkstalkers. He was a mummy, I think. And now here's Zangief's ending. He has Felicia act in a musical or something. And here's Ibuki's ending. She eats a potato with Guy from Final Fight. And there's one of the goofy special scenes that you can see if you're in or if you have a really damaging special attack. Well, that was Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, also known as Pocket Fighter, created by Capcom in 1997. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching, and hope you have a great week, and I will catch you later in the future with my next video. Take it easy, everybody, bundle up and stay warm, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.